Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Get On With It, the Ur-Quan Masters. I had a few days to take a break from this game. I know at least a third of you are dead by now, having gone through extreme withdrawal symptoms. But as I said, you should have managed your videos better. Don't always assume I'm going to crush your subscription box. Okay, last time we headed into the unknown, otherwise known as quasi-space, and we met the Arilou at their home planet, which is like a true space pocket. Don't worry about it, okay? Now, in this video, we're going to do as the Arilou suggested, and visit the 7th world of Alpha Pavonis. It's a good thing I wrote this down. To retrieve the Ur-Quan warp pod, thingy-ma-ba-bobber, doodad jigger. Mama-bobber? Yes. Now, in order to do that, we're actually going to have to go through one of these things right here, which will take us back to space as we know it. Oh boy. Can you guess who? It's a mystery. Now, all these unknowns will act as portals that will lead us back to places in hyperspace. However, as you all know, there's only one point through which we can go from hyperspace to quasi-space, and that naturally occurring portal only happens between the 17th and the 20th. So we're at the very least going to have to wait a month before we come back in here. I know, it's a shame. Sorry, I should have adjusted all of my bodily functions and features before I started recording, whatever. So I think the portal that I want to go through is this one. Would you believe me if I said that I found a sheet of paper which actually had drafted all the coordinates on it from long ago, the last time I played this game? Or at least a notepad file or something? Yeah, I didn't think so. If you want to, though, you can always save and load the game and go through each of the portals to figure out where they end up. I think this is where I want to go, though. If memory serves, and it might not serve correctly. I'm going to travel through this one, and we're going to end back up here. Not that far from where by where that portal that we went through now, quasi-space appears. And you'll see the Arilou have a little sphere of influence right here, because this is where they come out in space. Okay, so Alpha Pavonis is, wow, here. I got it right. And we want to head right there. So let's go do that. We got enough fuel. We can do it. Now, I don't know whether we'll be able to make it there, do what we need to do, and come back in time for the portal to be open. Depends on how many days we spend in transit. Hello? Anybody around who wants to engage me in fisticuffs? Anybody? Anybody? Hello? No? I don't think I'll make it back in time. Let's see, it took me from November 1st to November 9th to get here. I would have to do a really quick exploration job. Really quick. I have 23 cargo slots. Okay, so I don't think I'll be doing much exploration here. Okay, let's find the 7th world. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Yeah, that's the 5th one. No. Yeah, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I suppose I should have just counted the rings, so I presume that leads to there? Well, then where's the planet for this ring? There, I guess. The stars and the planets, they all blend together and mess with my head, folks. Alright. So, let's head that way, then. That's not exactly what needed to be done, but I did it anyway. No, I'm not gonna make it back in time. Not unless I did a really good job. I hope I got this planet right. This is a noble world. And, was there an energy scan on this thing? Okay, yes, there is. I was worried. Alright, planet's safe to be onto, except for the temperature. We're gonna go ahead and save our ye old game right here in this slot. And dispatch ourselves forthwith. Wasn't I supposed to, like, dump cargo? Never mind, I don't want to exactly be on this planet for very long anyway. The life forms don't exactly look that great. So, let's visit. Captain, we have located the wreck of an Ur-Quan dreadnought. The fact that there is anything but a hole in the ground indicates that the vehicle had some engine power left to soften its crash. Most of the dreadnought is just so much alien junk. We have made hollows of everything, but I don't think it'll be much use to anyone but those egghead xenotechs back at the base. We have found one piece of equipment which is relatively intact. It is a huge hyperspace warp pod, the starboard unit, I think. We will bring it aboard. End of report. Okay, so let's just GTFO. Lost enough crew. And save the game again. I'm committed to not being on that planet. Yeah, it was totally safe, except for the parts that weren't safe. Okay, come on, Grimith. You gotta fly away from the planet better than that. If we're gonna make it back in time, we're gonna have to go. Frickin' go. I don't think we'll make it back in time. But I will try. It is November 11th. Okay. Now do note, by the way, that you can go through the game without doing this. Matter of fact, I can think back to the first time I discovered, this whole, give this Ur-Quan warp pod to the Arilou thing. I was like 3 years into the game at that point, and I finally stumbled across this, this magical optional thing, and I was like, what the fuck? Why didn't I find this sooner? Where has this been all of my life? Because it really does make things, well, easier. Oh! 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 Can I do it? Can I do it? The hour's approaching to give it your best and you... Yeah! Nice. What do you know? My intellect paid off. Let's head back to the Arilou. As you can see, the portal disappeared pretty quickly after I came in here to quasi-space. Very pleased with myself. So yeah, you can go through the game. This is optional, but getting it really does make the game easier. Because in exchange for giving the Arilou this Ur-Quan warp pod, well, if you should have gotten the idea by what they're going to make for us now. If you haven't, I guess I won't spoil it that much.
The prospect of sharing the easy way with you excites us. If you have found the Ur-Quan warp pod, this prospect can be made a reality.
No, you don't feel like muting today? Really? Technology is falling apart on me. Hold on. Interesting. I discovered that if I have my microphone tilted all the way down, then it can't be muted for some reason, or at least the light doesn't shine. I don't know. I apologize for that. Me banging my headset's probably gonna come across as loud. Oh boy. I'll have to see how that sounds later. Anyway...
What a surprise! As we have always said, humans are a most resourceful and clever species. We are so proud of you, but don't worry that you shall have to wait. We are prepared. Even now, our technical personnel are equipping your ship with a custom version of our portal spawner device. The device is usable only in hyperspace. Whenever it is activated, the spawner will focus several interdimensional fatigue beams adjacent to your vessel, opening a temporary hole into quasi-space. Move quickly through the portal. After your ship has passed into quasi-space, you can choose any of the nearby portals which lead back to hyperspace. thus saving you needless transit time. Be keenly aware of this fact. The spawner requires a great deal of energy to function. We estimate that each time you use the device, it will consume 10 of your fuel units.
Right. So, the portal spawner is an immense time saver. These portals here in quasi-space can lead you all over the map. And although it will consume 10 of your fuel units to activate the portal spawner, I mean, my goodness. Flying from the north of the map to the south of the map, which I've done before, takes a lot of time. And you have no business exceeding the time limit if you get the portal spawner. You have no business doing it, unless you completely whiff on paying attention. I guess that's possible. I just don't think you have any business doing it.
Goodbye, clever child.
That's still creepy. Some of you don't agree with the fact that that's overly creepy. Some of you do agree with me that that is overly creepy. I don't know what's wrong with all of you. Anyway, a job well done. I'm going to take the portal that is at... Where are you? Okay. We're looking for 506? 474. There we go, this one. That's the one we're looking for. Excuse me, so as I was saying, not all of you agree with me that the Arilou sound creepy. You know, I think Tayama was one person who was like, I feel inspired and protected, you know, by such benevolent, benign beings. I don't know about that. But hey, at least someone feels protected. And, you know, feels, you know, happy to have the Arilou on their side. I guess I'm happy that the Arilou are on my side too. But, yeah. Now, this portal took us all the way down here. Not that far from Seoul. Very handy. Now, how much time would that have taken us normally? Who can say? Who can say? Estimates suggest, though, that it would have been a very long time. We still do have a lot of fuel. Not a whole lot of crew, though. Oh, excuse me. Again, I drink carbonated beverages before I record videos. And while I record videos. What is wrong with me? Because I feel relaxed. And at home with you guys. Oh, good. That wasn't terrible. Let's go visit the Starbase Commander. It's been a while since we've seen him. I'm sure he is so ronery. Hey, Commander.
Hello, Captain. By the way, I thought you should know. Captain, a delegation of Spathi has just arrived here under orders from their High Council to form an alliance and assist you against the hierarchy. They have provided fabricator blueprint data for their eluder spacecraft and promise a steady supply of captains for as many ships as we build. Excellent work, Captain. Also, it would appear your diplomatic efforts have struck gold, Captain. We've been contacted by a race called the Zok-Fat-Pik, who wish to fulfill their part of the unification, something you have arranged with them, I gather. They have sent us specifications for the Stinger-class attack vessels, as well as a large number of Zok-Fat-Pik commanding officers. You're doing a fine job, Captain. Also, good news, Captain. With no announcement, a small fleet of Arilou Lalile popped into space adjacent to our starbase, scaring the hell out of the deep raider operator. But right now, I could kiss every one of those pale little weirdos because they gave us 3 skiff vessels. Also, we've detected a minute but measurable disturbance in the inner space fabric at approximate true space coordinate 100 by 50. Our scientists speculate that this disturbance may be caused by many thousands of hyperwarp penetrations, all in phase, as though a huge fleet of ships were on the move. Also, in the log of your voyage from Unzerwald, I read that you encountered a tumbling red probe that attacked the Tober moon, killing Captain Burton. Over the past few months, we have monitored an increasing number of these probes entering the system, and I'm afraid their population seems to be growing geometrically. If this continues, in a year, space will be crawling with these things. I recommend you treat this as a serious problem now, before it becomes a disaster. Discover who is producing these probes and stop them from creating any more.
Woo! Starbase Commander had a lot to share with us because it's been a while since we visited him, and we have done a lot. Mouse, what are you doing on my screen? Spathy, the Zokfot Pick, the Arilou, warned us about the Slilandro probes, and some interesting movement occurring at true space coordinates 100 by 50. As if a massive fleet of ships were moving. I won't say anything more about that. But yeah, we have 3 Arilou vessels on our side now, the Skiff. It is certainly a unique ship, I will say that. What ship is unique? Unique ships are unique, I don't get it. Yes. Whew. And you know, I could tell him to repeat this, or I could just...
By the way, hello, by the way,
There we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's move on.
Wow, you really hit the mother load this time.
What?
Wow, you really hit the mother load this time.
Interesting. Thank you, Starbase Commander. Now, can your scientist analyze what I have acquired since my last visit?
The analysis reads as follows. Subject, quasi-space portal spawner. Data, device is a hybrid of different alien technologies including Arilou and Ur-Quan elements. Our tests show that this device temporarily creates a weakness in the fabric between hyperspace and a different unidentified dimension. The energy cost for this process is extreme, and since the unit's power supply is self-contained, we cannot estimate how long it will remain functional. Summary: use of this device will permit a starship to make transit to a different dimension. The hazards and benefits of this process are impossible to gauge without field study. That's the end of our scientist's report.
Excellent. Now, goodbye, Commander.
We shall await your return, Captain.
Good. Let's head to the shipyard. So, as our friend there, Starbase Commander, informed us, why, golly gee willikers, we can build lots of different ships now. Spathy Eluder, which costs 1,800 resource units. We can build a Zokfot Stinger, which only costs 600. And... okay, that's it. Yeah, the Arilou wouldn't have sent us plans to build one of their ships. I'm silly. Now, I do actually want to keep one of their ships. But, I will go ahead and scrap the rest. I'm a terrible person, I know. But hey, the resource units are what I'm looking for. And you're like, Grimith, why would you be looking for those? Whatever. Let's go ahead and stock up on crew. Those bright green dots, ready to die for the cause. I mean... wait a second. I should have visited the, yeah, I suppose I should have visited the Mel Norme before I headed back to Sol, considering where I spawned. Also, I don't know exactly where I want to go now. Suppose I should do some more exploration, gather stuff. Or... see, depending on where I go is going to determine what I want to put on my ship. Now, let's go ahead and say Ixnay on the fuel day for now. We didn't do a bad job here, you gotta admit. The fusion blasters did a decent job. I completely leveled those probes, which will be multiplying geometrically, and they will become a greater nuisance until we deal with them. Suppose I could do that. I could go visit the Ur-Quan, say sup. I don't know. Let's remove all of our modules here. Except for the crew, of course. Let's think about this. It's over 50,000 resource units. Oh my science. now. I want to put in a fusion blaster here, and a fusion blaster here, and a fusion blaster there. We follow that up with 3 tracking systems, as I've done before. Do I need any point defense? Depends on who I'm fighting. No. It can be useful. Even just having one pretty much acts as a deterrent, though. I don't see me needing that, so I won't get it. No point defense system for me. We're gonna need some dynamos, though. Dynamon! That'll be fine. 3 dynamos, and that'll help for the time being. This is definitely not a war vessel by any stretch of the imagination. And storage bay. Storage bay. So I pretty much ended up with the same ship design. Is that what you're trying to tell me? I guess so. To mix it up, add another crew pod? No, that would be silly. Instead, we are going to add, I think, another dynamo unit. That doesn't leave me with a whole lot of storage, though. Am I okay with that? Let's go ahead and fuel up. I could neglect having along 2 fuel tanks. Do I only need 1? I don't know if I plan on staying away for a while. I guess I'm gonna end up with pretty much the same ship design here, then. Yeah, I guess so. 3 dynamos, 3 tracking systems, 3 fusion blasters, 3 storage bays, 2 high-efficient fuel systems, and 2 crew pods. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with that. For kicks and giggles, though, I will, yeah, like I said, for kicks and giggles, for the lulz, let me get one of these Zokfot stingers. Why not? I might show them off, I don't know. I don't remember, whatever. If I don't ever show it off here, I will show it off in the Super Melee. Suppose I should stop the video. Give me some time to think about where I want to go next. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I hadn't quite given this that much thought beyond gaining the warp pod to get the portal spawner and returning the soul. So, I think I'm gonna call this a video here. Melnorme can be found there. We're interested in seeing some other aspects of the galaxy we've never explored in this direction. Androsynth space is around here, although we've heard they have been replaced by creatures called the Ors. Tell you what, next video I think we'll head off in that direction and see what happens. Alright? Alright. See you then.